And Harold taught me the truth. He changed my life because of the things that he knew and understood. I know Harold believed these things because he taught me these things. And we've just verified them here from the Scriptures. And then a year later, I had the privilege of serving in the regular pioneer work with Harold and heard him teach many, many others these same things. So Harold leaves behind him here many of you today, young Ralphie, whom Harold was studying the Bible with currently, Tim, that Harold was currently studying the Bible with, and many others who were his spiritual children, as it were. He was our spiritual dad. And because we've helped many others, he's a spiritual granddad. And I don't know, probably great-granddad too. So he's touched many, many lives. And he leaves behind in his family 4 dear brothers, Dennis Butler Sr., Ravon Butler, Irving, and Robert Butler and his wife Rhonda, and their 2 beautiful daughters. You folks were very special to Harold. Harold liked cell phones, and he had the latest, and so even in these recent stints in the hospital, I was privileged to see a number of your pictures, your last vacation and so forth. And he was very proud of you, and I know he was very proud of his nieces. Mentioned them often. Heard about their exploits in school, high school, and later in college, your graduations, and you were very special to Harold. I think you were probably of all on his side of the family the most precious, and I don't say that in any way to denigrate other members of the family, but you were the closest. He loved you guys. He leaves behind his dear wife Kathy, and we know that he loved Kathy very much, and his mama Emma in Chicago also survives him. He was preceded in death by his dad, Harold Sr. And he leaves the rest of us here. We are his brothers and sisters. And that's probably the biggest compliment that one could have. In the words of Jesus, right, at Matthew chapter 23, all you are brothers. And it was a privilege, really, to know Harold and to be one of his brothers. We will always remain so. He in our hearts and our minds until we see him again, for we positively will, if we behave ourselves. We will see him again in that beautiful paradise earth when he's brought back a whole man once again. Well, brothers and sisters, that concludes our thoughts here concerning Harold and his hope for the future. We'd like at this time to call Brother Brian Weintz to come to the platform, and he will conclude in a word of prayer for us.
Jehovah, our kind and loving and gracious Father, we approach you now at this time, a time of great sadness, a time of great loss. As we've lost a dear friend, a brother, as been discussed here, who loved you, Jehovah, loved your people, and very much